What is up, Dokkan player? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Blaze. Today we are back with another Dokkan battle video. And today, before we start the video, of course, hope he's having a very good day today. So today we have here, probably in my opinion, on global by far, maybe on JP as well. But we have here the #1 team in Dokkan, which of course is with the LR STR cooler. Now this right here is going to be a very epic no item run because we actually have some very clutch moments right about here. But I will say that, as far as a Dokkan content creator, I really didn't find myself really enjoying the new units just because there's so much events and missions to do and guides here that I really didn't take the time to actually enjoy like the STR cooler. So I decided, since I haven't done here a video on the Cell Max event, I'll actually try to do here a no item run, and this was actually a very casual no item run. This was only on my second attempt. And I was actually just very shocked how easy it was, and just because how good Cooler is with his leader skill. Cooler, again, is the leader skill for movie bosses and terrifying conquerors, and then if you're actually part here of the transformation boost, you actually get here an extra 30% for HP attack and defense. So Cooler is just really good. We also have here, of course, here we have your AJL Golden Frieza, who is a GOAT, by the way. We also have here, of course, here EZA STR Cooler, who is actually very good as well. And then we have here Jace and Birder as well, who are basically there for the dodging and also for the support for Space Trapping Warriors. Now, I was debating if I should bring here the LR Janemba, but for some reason I decided to bring the Int Easy Janemba, which I guess did work. But I mean, if I could redo this, I would definitely bring here the Fizz LR Janemba, because he's just 10 times better compared to the Easy one. And the only reason why I actually brought this in Janemba is because he actually has here a medium chance of dodging, plus I gave him full dodge in the hidden potential system. So I was definitely banking on his dodge right about here. But again, Cooler, the way you want to play this is that hopefully you actually get one STR Cooler on each stage for the LR version, and then you just make this boy stack up as quickly as much as possible before you go into the Cell Max event, because that boy, you guys already know, hits really hard for the tech phase of the Cell Max event. So you want to make sure that your Cooler is going to be basically get A-OK right about here. Now this actually worked out very well with the Cell Max dodging, because with that dodge right about there, which is face here, Cooler is actually able to stack up his attack and defense even more. So that did look really good with that very good dodge. And I would say this actually played out like a perfect, I don't know, everything in this run just went really well, where we actually got the additional supers, we got the dodges at the right point. Like, this was a very clean no item run. Now, for some odd reason, when I'm recording this on my phone, the audio is just very choppy, so I do apologize. There's no in-game audio, just because, again, for some reason on my phone, the game audio is just very bad. But yeah, this was again, this was just a casual, like, I just made the team up on the go. And I just want to test it out how well we can get far in this event right here. And I decided I might as well just record it just in case we actually end up getting the no item run here. Now the friend here is only at 79%, so I don't even have here a friend Rainbow LR STR Cooler. And that just shows you how powerful Cooler is in this game of Dokkan, right? So again, you could maybe make an argument that they're better than LR, Trunks, and Vegeta. Because really, like, if you take a look at Cooler's team, there's actually a lot of characters that can take the slot #1 spot, right? So far on global, I mean, there's only be here, of course, here Janemba. There's gonna be here Golden Frieza. You have your Dodgers here as well, like Jason Birder, that could potentially also be a slot 1 character. There's just a lot of characters you can put in slot 1. Where Vegeta and Trunks, they're very good. I mean, attack wise, right? It's just that Cooler just is way more damage, and he can actually tank pretty well if we actually get very lucky with the RNG with the super attacks. But I don't know, I just find that Cooler's team is just much more fun in my opinion. But I mean, we'll have to see once we actually get Vegeta and Trunks on Dokkan. But I mean, on the global version, sorry. But I mean, again, it's just, I don't know, man. I feel like Vegeta and Trunks are just replaceable on Cooler's team, because again, we have, like, we're almost about to get here probably in December, right, with the double raids. We're probably going to get here the LR AJL Golden Frieza, which again is going to be a fantastic unit. So again, the team on global should get better and better as we get more units, specifically for terrifying conquerors and movie bosses, right, which are always going to be units that we're always going to get here. So now we come to this phase right about here. I mean, there's not much to talk about for the Fizz phase. We just completely obliterate in like 2 seconds. And we get actually very lucky that there's no locking mechanic. The one thing that's really, really annoying when you are doing a Cell Max event is the locking mechanic. And he decides not to lock our rotation, which is really good here. So, couple things that went well here as well is that Golden Frieza actually ate the super attack, which is our best defensive unit. And Cooler is actually able to basically still build up because he's not fully built here, since you need 10 attacks for him to be fully built up here. Now, the good thing on this rotation that he does have big bad bosses with Janemba and also Metamorphosis, so we are looking pretty good here. But luckily, the RG did not play very well since we only got here 1 super attack. And then you can see her Janemba, oh my god, is taking 100k per normal, which I was just very, very shocked. But the dodges at the back came very, very clutch right there. So now we're able to also put Metal Cooler in the front. And the good thing is that, again, we did not get our rotations locked here again, so we are able to basically put Metal Cooler and get our free heal. Now, fortunately, we actually get destroyed right away. I would prefer if Cooler can maybe build up his stats or get additional super attacks so we can do here more damage to Cell Max, but unfortunately, you know, he just killed us in 1 shot, so Metal Cooler, again, is just one of these characters with a fantastic revival mechanic. Where when you compare it to UI Goku, Vegeta, and the other LRs as well that have a revival mechanic, like Coolers is by far the easiest one to get. The only thing is that you have to make sure that he's the one that's dying first on that rotation. But other than that, he's still a fantastic unit. Now, we also come to this turn right about here where we do lock our rotations again, which is very unfortunate. So I decided, you know what, I might as well just get the active skill and try and do as much damage as possible before I can no longer have this Cooler on rotation. So of course I'm gonna go ahead and put here Golden Frieza in the front. We have a full heal, by the way, so that did come in very, very clutch with the LR Metal Cooler. And then at here I'm also hoping that Jace and Burter are going to basically dodge here. Now luckily Golden Frieza also decides to dodge. I believe I have about like 9 or like maybe 11 dodge on this character, and it actually finally came through, which was very good because that does save us roughly, I want to say here with the links here, roughly 150 to 180k of damage. So we still have a lot of HP left here. So things are going really well. Again, Jason Burr are also dodging. I give them a full dodge in their hidden potential system. I think they're at 90% in the hidden potential system. But still, like, the dodge is just so crucial. So there goes the Cooler here, the front Cooler at 79%. Luckily, I believe we do actually get a lot of super attacks. And this is where, again, Cooler is just a complete god with the damage that he does here. Like, look at that, that's 3 super attacks. And again, you can make the argument that Vegeta and Trunks are better. I mean, once you get the ball rolling with their defense and the other defensive units, you're almost, like, untouchable. But, like, you're spending probably, like, 20 turns on an opponent, right? Because they're not doing as much damage. But, I mean, you know, for me, so far, I feel like, I definitely feel like Cooler is just a lot more fun. I like to say here, I think Cooler is just much more fun to use here. Now we do actually have here a very bad situation. Now you can see here that Cell Max, his HP is actually almost at 50%, and he did decide to lock our character. Now this played out either really good or really bad here, right? So we have a Dokkan attack, and Janemba is gonna be built up right about here. And you just have your big bad bosses as well. So I was debating if I should put Janemba or my Cooler in slot number 1. But before I do that, I decided to use the active skill to get the extra healing here as well. So we're back to full HP, which we guys right about there. And again, this is a situation where, you know, do I give the Dokkan attack to Cooler or do I give it to Janemba? Now we already know Janemba is going to take 100k per normal. And my Cooler is only at 69%, so I believe he might take a bit more damage compared to Janemba. But more importantly, Janemba also has a medium chance of dodging, so I was relying on that. But again, there are just way too many attacks for me to kind of like here. But this was a very clutch moment, and this is where you want to listen to, like, you know, other Dokkan players like True that say like 3 dodge is actually, you know, something you want to give your characters, because in these type of situations, it can actually help you out here. So I decided to actually give the Dokkan attack to Janemba. Yeah, I give the Dokkan attack here to Janemba. I think by accident I gave him the the physical, sorry, key spheres by accident. But that's okay because I want to give the Dokkan attack here to the Metal Cooler, but I actually end up giving here to the Janemba. So once we actually go through this gameplay here, I believe I was on the phone with a customer right about here because my break was almost done. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I give the Dokkan attack to Janemba. Alright, there we go. And then I also give here an 18 key here to Metal Cooler. And again, my Metal Cooler is only at 55%. And then I give here almost a 24 key super to the STR Cooler. Now, again, we got super lucky. We actually get a dodge here from Janemba, which is fantastic. So that's number one. Number two, my Metal Cooler, since he's only at 55%, needs a double super. And then number three, at the back, we need Cooler to also as well do multiple super attacks so we can actually survive the normal attacks, right? So first phase, we actually get the dodger from Janemba, which is fantastic. And then we also get the Dokkan attack. Alright, 5.6, I'll definitely take that. And then there goes my Cooler. 7 million, which is actually pretty shocking for a 55%. I was super shocked, right? Alright, so there we go. So we actually get, again, another super attack, so we do raise our defense as well. So we actually get the double super. Alright. Good-ish. Beautiful. And then here comes my Cooler, who also almost ends up killing here the Cell Max. Now, again, a lot of things on this turn had to go right, and they just did here. Because you realize we're still not out of danger because Cell Max can actually do additional super attack, right? Because he's known to do 2 super attacks per turn. And we only face 1 super attack, right? So here comes the additional super attack with my Cooler. Okay. Beautiful. Alright. And then guess what? This cocksucker decides to super attack again, but level 3 dodge comes in clutch in the moment, and this is why we actually get the no item run here. So again, that last turn was probably the most epic no item run turn because we had 2 super attacks, one that we dodged, and one that we dodged with level 3 as well. So again, that turn was just a very, very lucky turn. And the RNG gosh just decided to kind of bless us right about there. Now in this circumstance, I was debating if I should maybe transform with Cooler. Because if I do transform with Cooler, he now gets your attack and defense plus 200% at start of turn. So that means that his defense will be a lot higher. We just have to make sure that we don't get supered in the middle because there's only 2 attacks. And we also have to rely on Jason Bird to actually kind of dodge here. Now, the thing about the last turn here was that I actually got pretty lucky to actually give the Janemba the super attack, because if that was STR Cooler and he did not dodge the super attack, we would have lost completely for sure. So I'm actually pretty happy that I gave Janemba the Dokkan attack, because he actually got very clutch dodge right about there from the super attack. So I actually go ahead and transform with the Cooler. Alright, and now that we actually ate a double super attack last phase, I was kind of hoping that we can only get 1 super attack from the Cell Max, and if we do, hopefully Jace and Bird are going to dodge it, or Golden Frieza is going to be the one to actually tank it right about here. So again, Cooler, we haven't really built up. We don't have big bad bosses, but we do have support, and we do have some links here as well. So we might as well take advantage of the attack, of the damage that he does here. So there goes the second super attack, which is really good. And I believe Cooler can actually do here 4 super attacks, but we actually only get here 2. Now, we do take here 223k per normal, but that's okay because we are basically to survive it. And all we have to do is just try and make it to the next phase, because if we can actually attack here with the LR STR Cooler, we are definitely going to win here because Cell Max only has your 1 health bar left. Now, Jason Bird actually become very clutch right about here because he actually gives us here 3 super attacks, which is very shocking. And because of that, it also increased our defense as well. So from normals, we're completely safe. But there goes another super attack, which we do dodge. And then we take here 57k per normal. So we are able to kind of survive here. So this phase was actually very scary. This was actually a do or die type of turn. Because if that first attack in the front is going to be a super attack, it's pretty much GG's. But, you know, I decided to go for the kill right about here. And I also try to make sure I get the same type keister so we can actually heal up here. Again, the good thing about Janemba and also the Cooler is that they do share Metamorphosis and Big Bad Bosses. So That does help out our stature as well. And then we get all those physical key spheres, so we can survive our first attack, because we take care of 200k per normal. And now this is where we need Cooler to become very clutch with his additionals. If we can get any crits or any additional super attack, we are pretty much going to win. So there goes the additional super attack, and then now we actually get the no item run. So that's going to be available, boys. It's actually the 4th team I've done here on the channel that actually done a no item run on the Cell Max event. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button, sub for more videos coming down below, and hopefully I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace!